What's going on, everybody? We are stuck outside on the coldest day of the year, but luckily we're not covered in snow. But we're about to go heat it up with Rangoli, the best Indian restaurant in the area. There's a reason it's in Northern Virginia Magazine's top restaurants. If I'm gonna have Indian, I gotta bring my resident Indian food expert, Sophie Rice from United One Mortgage. Sophie, why do you love Rangoli?
I love Rangoli because it is the best Indian that I've found outside of England. So now, well, I don't have an excuse to go back home anymore.
I don't know if your parents are like that, and they might blame me for it, but it's great for you that you don't have to go across the pond to get great Indian food. So y'all check out the interview I'm about to run with Kumar Iyer, the owner of Rangoli, and we're gonna go eat our faces off with their awesome buffet. Later, y'all.
Bye.
What's going on, everybody? Very excited to be here with Kumar Iyer from Rangoli Indian Restaurant here in Manassas. You may or may not have seen that it was named one of Northern Virginia Magazine's top restaurants in all of Northern Virginia, which is an amazing honor to receive. One of very few this far out from the city, this far out into Northern Virginia. And I first came across you at a chamber event.
That's true.
Where you guys were serving Chicken Tikki Tacos, which were just like...
I remember that event.
What? Like, I'd never had anything like that. I love fusion. I love when people can combine
It is a
different
Mexican
flavors
themed
together.
event, and I thought I should do something like a taco chicken tikka.
It was spectacular, and had to come in again, and I've introduced a number of my friends to it, including my friend Sophie, who came today.
Yes.
And Sophie's from England, and she had always said that the first thing she did when she got off the plane, when she got back to England, was go get Indian food. She'd never found Indian food in the
Indian
U.S.
food is very popular in England.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true. Yes.
And
It's catching
now,
up here too.
and now her parents are like, when are you going to come back? She's like, well, I lost my reason. I don't have to go back for Indian food because she can just come to Rangoli.
Thank you. I'm glad that you are spreading the good word.
No, it's excellent. I ate my face off today. I had promised myself that I was not going to stuff myself, and instead I had 3 plates plus dessert. Made the mistake of having the butter chicken and the spinach paneer. Is that right?
Yes, palak paneer.
Palak paneer in my second plate, which meant I had to have a third plate because I needed to have more.
And maybe you do the after, so I'm glad
Oh,
got
excellent.
today.
Excellent. And also, like, you guys' tea. I
Sama
love
chai,
tea.
Yes. Mango lassi, I don't know. You had mango lassi? It's a popular drink.
No.
It's made of
Oh, yes,
yogurt
yes,
and
yes,
mango.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, amazing.
Sama chai.
Amazing. So you guys have a pretty interesting story. Your background in the restaurant business is extensive. You guys used to be out in Chantilly, and now you're here in Manassas. Tell us a little bit about how you came to open and run Rangoli.
Sure, yeah. So, like you said, I've been in the industry over 28 years. I've got a culinary background from India, and then I've been as an assistant food and beverage manager with Royal Caribbean Cruises. I worked as an assistant food and beverage assistant general manager with TGI Fridays. And then I thought I should open my own restaurant. And that's how it came about. I live in South Reading, so when they were putting up this shopping mall, I applied, and one thing led to another, and I had a restaurant. We were there for 10 years. We finished the lease. The rents were very expensive, and as the restaurant grew, we grew as a catering company. We started doing a lot of weddings and events, and that became our main business. But our restaurant was not built for that. So when we wanted to expand and try to branch out into the catering business, we were looking for a bigger kitchen. That was the aim at the end of 10 years to kind of look for a bigger space, cheaper rent. Manassas was a good spot, and that's how we moved here. It's been a boon in disguise, though the place is a little tucked in the back, hard to find kind of place, but rent is affordable, and it's double the space after rent, almost no brainer. Lunch business is good here because a lot of offices here, and evenings and weekends we do deliveries and takeouts that keeps us afloat. But as far as catering is concerned, we're still hopping.
Yeah, that's something I've learned since I found you guys. It seems like anytime there's an Indian wedding anywhere in Northern Virginia, it's you guys that are catering it.
Yes. The way it works is, I think all the second and third generation kids are growing up and getting married here. And most of these events are held at either hotels, 5-star hotels, or venues, or wineries. And they have all the infrastructure for the food. Even hotels don't cook Indian food, and that's where we come in. So we take our food in with the manpower, set up the food and make sure the guest is happy. And it's a very nice business model.
And what I've seen from the pictures from your catering events, and this is something that I think stands out from Indian food versus basically every other type of cuisine, is it's beautiful. It's so colorful, and you can put it out,
Just like
and it's
Indian
almost part of the
weddings.
record, right? Indian
Colors.
weddings are colorful, and the food is colorful too.
That's true, and actually, that's why we named the restaurant Rangoli. I don't know, Mark, if you know this. Rangoli means literally translate, which means colors. Rangoli is colorful murals, and that's why we named it in the sense. I don't have to be stuck to any particular region. If you were to name a restaurant as a Bombay, Mumbai, or Chennai, then you probably have to serve food from that area.
Right.
That's how I believe in. But Rangoli kind of gives me the freedom to choose menu from all parts of the country. It lets me play with the colors, and as you noticed, our wall panels are beautiful. And I like to play with food as well. That's why China is all white, because it shows the color of the food better.
And you really do have a beautiful space here. It looks gorgeous. Everything in here is gorgeous. Immaculately clean. Like, immaculately.
Very kind.
and it's kind of a good transition into the food. What is the inspiration behind the food choice? It's very eclectic here. What are kind of some of the inspirations behind the foods you put on the menu?
The food, our expertise, the chefs are back there are fantastic, and they can do much more than what we have on the menu.
They're amazing.
And that's what thank you. That's what I tell my brides when they come for catering, that we cook fresh for them on the day. So instead of me telling them what I make, I would rather have them tell me what I should make. And we make fusion cuisine, we make Indo-Chinese, and we could do all traditional from all parts of the country. India was very culinary wise divided. Every state has its own cuisine, its own attire, its own language, its own script. But the point again is the menu that we have. We have kind of taken care not to be very repetitive in terms of flavor. Have some bold, not to be found in other restaurant kind of dishes, but at the same time definitely have the favorites. We cannot have an Indian restaurant have a guest come in and say, "Hey, you don't have tandoori chicken? What kind of an Indian restaurant is that?" Right? So you got to have the tandoori chicken, you got to have the butter chicken, you got to have the samosas, you got to have the gulab jamun, and those usual fare is always there. But in addition to that, we kind of try to keep changing the menu to include something that the chef makes. But having said that, we also have occasional wine dinners, special meals, like plated dinner. And that's when we like to play with our ingredients and come up with fusion dishes. Use Indian ingredients and make American dishes, or continental ingredients and make Indian dishes kind of thing. A few examples of we make a good gulab jamun cheesecake. There's a chai cheesecake we make here, something like that.
I'll put some pictures of that in the comments, like the gulab jamun cheesecake. It's like, why didn't somebody else think of this? This is such a great idea to put those two together. And some of the other things, like I had never seen a Bombay Burger before. I did not know that was a thing.
A Bombay Burger was coined by us. That's why my brothers joke that probably you should trademark the name.
Yeah.
Because Bombay Burger is actually just a vada pav. Vada pav is a very popular Indian snack from the west of the country, from Bombay. Growing up, that's what we eat. It's a perfect working lunch. It's a slider, basically, a potato patty tucked in a bread. Perfect street side snack, tasty. You just have a couple and you're full. You can see it through the day kind of thing. All sportsmen in India, when they're growing up as kids, they've grown up eating vada pav, and it's really. If you go online, actually check out on Facebook and click on vada pav, there are like a million fans.
I have to look that up.
We named it Bombay Burger. It's from Bombay.
It's a good idea, and I think your cousin's right. I think you should trademark that.
Oh, that also reminds me. Actually, Washington Post once came up with the top 40 best dishes of the DC metro area, and Bombay Burger was right up there.
I am not surprised to hear that. It should be there. It's kind of I can't describe it. You have to try it. It's as simple as that. You have to try it. And like I said, I had the butter chicken today. But butter chicken is pretty much it's a staple.
Butter chicken is our most selling entree. A good 35% of all we sell is just that one dish. Like I said, I have a group of 4 or 6 would come and they would all order butter chicken. We encourage family style plating. It's not pre-plated as an American restaurant. where we encourage sharing. We would tell them to share and order something different so they can try different dishes on one visit, but they wouldn't. I'm not sharing my butter chicken.
Nope, nobody else can have any.
Yes.
I don't
the
blame them.
most popular dishes.
And just because something is a staple doesn't mean that it can't be like mind-blowingly good.
It's tasty.
There are levels of burger. There's levels of butter chicken.
Yes, I've had requests to bottle it and sell it in stores.
That does not surprise me. It was excellent. Like I said, I had it, and then I was like, well, now I have to have more. What are some of the other items that really stand out on the menu that people tend to rave about?
We sell a dish called chicken chettinad pretty often because it's a dish from the south of India that not many other restaurants do. Our masala dosas are popular, and as you mentioned, the Bombay Burger. On the vegetarian side, we sell a lot of gobi Manchurian. That's an Indo-Chinese dish, and palak paneer makhani, which is a vegetarian version of the butter chicken. The sauce is very similar, butter-based tomato sauce with cheese. Those are some of the breads from the tandoor oven.
Oh yeah, those are excellent. I'm a bread guy.
The fresh naans that we bring out on the tables is really. And we have a lunch buffet here every day of the week. Everything, we have a great smorgasbord of dishes, but the naan is one thing that we take care to bring it onto the table. It's just letting it out there on the buffet and sitting and getting cold. We bring fresh naan, sweet strip.
Yeah, it's great. And so I will probably butcher the name. I'm not going to take a shot at it. But you have sort of the Indian fajita almost.
All our kebabs from the tandoor, we get them out on a sizzler platter like a fajita. Because kebabs are something, curries can stay warm, but when you kebab, you're eating two pieces, the other two pieces sitting out on the plate will get cold, and that's why we like to keep it warm, and that's why this is a platter. And which is also a focus point when the food comes out from the kitchen. Everybody's like, "Oh, what's that? I want that."
It's eye-catching when it comes through. You can see it, you can hear it, you can smell it, and then all that's left to do is taste it. Right?
Our popular chicken kebab, the chicken malai kebab, which is white meat chicken,
and they're so visual. And they look beautiful with the bright red color and
vegetables.
The
shrimps. The shrimps. The shrimps is great.
Yeah, definitely. So, like you said, you've been in the business for 28 years. A lot of restaurant owners and restaurant operators watch this. What are some advice that you might have for a restaurant or someone who's been in it not very long or thinking about opening up a restaurant of their own?
Restaurant business is a challenging business, I can tell you. The best way to find out is to open one yourself, I guess. No, I wouldn't advise that, no. Actually, if anybody wants to, if they're not from the industry and want to try it, because it looks very glamorous and easy money to make kind of a business, but not. I would encourage them to really take up a job in a restaurant, work a few months, and try it out yourself before you go all in and put all this money in. It's funny how many people would come and advise me on running a restaurant. They'd be like, what is the most important thing in a restaurant? It's the food. The food is good. You know what? The service is the most important part. It doesn't matter how good the food is. If you can sell it, you're there. And the guy will come and your marketing has to be strong. So what I'm trying to say is, as a restaurateur, you wear many caps. I mean, you have to be the PR guy and take care of the guest complaints and comments. And you got to take care of the accounting. You're doing your own marketing. You're doing your own buying, purchasing, and keeping an eye on. Otherwise, all these vendors can rip you off if you're not keeping an eye on your bottom line. And managing the employees. I mean, especially in this industry, that's one of the most challenging things. If you would ask me personally, what's the biggest challenge, is finding good help. And more so for an ethnic restaurant, because ethnic restaurant only their country people who know the food, right. And for you to explain the food to the customer. The point I'm driving at again is, if you have an employee who makes $10-12 an hour, the quality is not going to be as good as you want them to be. And that's why you get a lot of complaints from restaurants. You got to give them a break. I mean, you can understand that these are not the best kind of people on the floor, but in spite of that, the training goes a long way. We have a culture of taking care of the guest from what we've done before yourself. And we occasionally have meetings and train them. But that, to me, I think if you have good help, sincere people, and I tell them, right, that's what I tell my employees too. If you're sincere and if your service comes from your heart, it shows. The body language kind of shows. And then rest falls in place. Having said that, it is still a lot of business.
I tell everybody.
There are just so many hidden fees, maintenance costs, the insurance, the utility bills that one doesn't
county.
see. Yeah, state and county loopholes that you got to jump over. I mean, food cost is not all that is there. I mean, if you're getting a cheesecake and if your argument is that, what goes in this, just milk and sugar or whatever, and the cost is like $2, and why you're selling it $5, there's just so many more other dollars that, it goes to. Right, yes. And the other thing is, it's not, some people think like, restaurant is like, even assuming like 80% is the cost, 20% is profit. That's another myth, in the sense, to keep a restaurant afloat, you got to make a minimum of $60,000, $80,000 per month. First, you got to make that money, and then think about profits. To get to that number itself is a struggle. I mean, and that's why national statistics say a good 80% of the restaurant fail within the first 3 years. I mean, 80% within the first 3 years, that's a huge number. And I'm thinking the other 20% is probably in the cities who are located in a good in a location that was important. But again, what I'm driving it is, you have to make the dollars first and pay the bills, which is like a fixed cost. And then on top of that, whatever money you're making is probably what you're going to make some profit out of. And there are slow months like January, February, when it snows, restaurants that close some days.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
what I tell everybody who owns a restaurant or is thinking about opening a restaurant is you got to understand, you're not in the restaurant business. You're in every single business.
Which is so
every
true.
single business you're going to be involved in, no matter what.
That reminds me, when I was opening my restaurant, and I would just drive by a strip mall, and I would look at every business there, and I would be like, this can be of use to me. Like the printer, I can use him. Oh, this guy, the sign guy, I can use him. The next guy, insurance agent, I can use him. And then when I was like, one time I looked at a graveyard, like, no, that's one place.
That's one place I don't want to use.
That's one place I don't want to use.
You end up there, you're in
But
trouble.
you're right. A restaurateur has to have knowledge of every field here, even real estate for that matter.
Oh yeah,
Get in the right
completely.
place.
That's the lesson from is the founder about Ray Kroc. He wasn't in the hamburger business; he was in the real estate business.
Oh, okay.
That's what he said when he was running McDonald's.
Okay.
You were dead solid right on that. And well, I mean, you guys are doing a great job. It's a beautiful restaurant,
Thank
immaculately clean. The service is excellent. The food
Very
is like it's so good, y'all. Like,
You guys all should come and try. We are in Manassas now, Knoxville Road, close to the city. And yeah, we love what we do. I think that's what separates any good businessman from from the competitors is you should just be sincere on the business and do what you like. And it shows, and it will reap rewards. You got to be patient. Patience is important. You got to hang in there for 3 to 4 years before it starts turning around. And that's true of most businesses, I would think, but especially for restaurants. Yeah.
and you can tell that love comes through in all the food and the service. I mean, when the tea is that good. I'm a tea guy. When the tea's that good, the place is
we
good.
can eat 8 to 10 teas a day. And our hospitality sees whenever people come to our homes and people drop in at odd times in India, we would always offer a cup of tea. Chai goes a long way.
If it was always that good, I'd stop in a lot of houses.
Yeah, actually, sure. Yeah, that's
I just go down the street.
Are you Indian? I'm coming to your house.
Definitely.
I split your business into many visits. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me. I greatly enjoyed the conversation. I greatly enjoyed your restaurant. Everybody, come down to Lukesville Road. Come down to Manassas. Come see Kumar and the team here at Rangoli. You're going to love it. Come for the lunch buffet. Come for dinner at night. You're going to love whatever it is that you have. Thank you so much for talking with me.
Thanks.
I'll talk to you guys soon. See you later.
Cheers. I'll see you all in the restaurant.